Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to game from night to first light. And today we will be having a very special stream because finally, I have finally set up a way to stream 3DS games. And we are going to start with Dillon's Rolling Western. And it's good to see you here, Dave. How are you doing? And sorry about the choppy audio. I'm still trying to work that part out. Yeah, I finally got it set up. Had to read through the manual and everything else to make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong that would ruin everything. Game audio is a bit loud. Hold on, I can change that. Okay, that should be good. Well, hopefully it's not too choppy that you can't fully enjoy the music and sound effects in this game. But yeah, I've really been looking forward to playing this. Again, I got this game when I got my first 3DS, back when I was in college. Even back then I didn't like tower defense games, but this one was... I say this a lot, but this one was the exception. And it's been a while since I played through the original, so it's gonna feel like I'm playing it for the first time at first, but then I'll slowly get back into the groove. Now let's get this party started. Yes, unfortunately, all three of the games are 3DS exclusives. The first one was $9.99. The second one, The Last Ranger, is $10.99. These are in US dollars. But what shocked me was the third game, Dillon's Dead Heat Breakers, ended up being $39.99 somehow. A whopping $29 price jump. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna worry about the first two games first. So this game does have a level scheme. Basically, you have obviously you have money. Yep, got a year to buy them. A word of advice when you purchase them, when you go into the eShop first, it's easier just to type Dillon in the search bar than looking for it through all the options on the eShop. I'd say it is, because there are other mini games in there to play other than the main levels. It's got a good feel and it has refined the formula from the first two games. So what we have here is the world map, which shows you all the various levels you can go to. And for each level, you actually, before you start, you typically have to assign a budget to that level. How much you can actually spend in the shops and on the tower defense system while you're in that town. The goal is to finish the game. The goal is to beat all the Groks over the course of 3 days while not allowing them into the village to eat the Scrogs, which are basically the town's lifeblood and source of food. Scrogs, or Scrufflehogs. Alright, for the starting level, for the start, we have 2,500 coins, and the budget for the level starting off is 1,000, but once you beat the level once, you can actually assign any amount that you have to your budget when you play it again. Alright. That's enough of the tutorial so far. Let's get started. Hey, Ghosty, good to see you. I'm glad both of you guys stopped by for this stream. We're just getting started. Yeah, the audio is a bit choppy right now. I'm still working on the best way to get it. Yeah, still trying to work on the best way to get the 3DS audio to work. And those are the Groks. A little lower? Okay. Alright. Hopefully that'll be good. Stage 1, the Red Flash. So for this we have the standard Groks. The first one, the regular Grok, which we just saw in the intro. Then the second one is the weak Grok, and the third one, I'll let you guys see that firsthand. Alright. So basically we have the intro. Oh, right. And Dillon is right up there with one of the best silent protagonists. Alright. Oh yeah, he actually did surprisingly well with Bale in Wonderland. Although he did plummet to his death a lot once he started World 5. That's why I told you to put all those jumping characters on there, because the moment I saw those trees, I knew that falling would be your primary mode of death. Yep. Alright. So, I think you guys can get a good view of the mini-map at the bottom, right? That's going to be a key part in our strategy. That's where when the town is under attack, that's where you'll see all the Groks heading to the village, which is right now in the bottom right-hand corner. Then you have the various towers, the various towers around the area, which you can attach various turrets to. Cannons, gatlins, shotguns, you name it. The idea is to place them strategic positions to fight some of the stronger Groks that pass by, and anything that doesn't get killed by those towers, you have to defeat yourself. Yeah, I do agree. It is more... Balin's Wonderland was more sad than hated. And one thing about the Balin's bouts, I liked the way they modeled the action commands like an after image, but I feel as though that kind of concept would have been better in a different game. Alright, we're gonna start getting into the game now. Yes, having a permanent map, that was one. An actual map, not like a mini-map circle in the corner. Alright. The livestock are known as scruffle hogs, but we call them scrogs around here. We call the monsters that break into our village and eat the scrogs groks. Oh yeah, that's another thing I never understood, because it was... Balin's Wonderworld was $50 here too. I think it is $50 for the Switch version and for the... and even more for the PS5 version. They charged that much for a game that sad. Alright. Yes, you did say that in the stream. Alright. We ain't got nothing to take to the market if all our scrogs get eaten. If there's nothing to sell, our business goes bust, and that means game over. So, yeah, like I said before, if all the scrogs get eaten by the groks, it's game over. Oh, Balin? Balin? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Balin Wonderland. Sorry, I actually knew a guy named Balin, so that's why I keep pronouncing it that way. Just out of habit. Alright. So... I want you to roll out to the plains and go rustle up some scruffles. So, scruffles are basically... we need them to feed our hungry scrogs. They're what you use to feed scrogs to help them multiply. The more scrogs you have, the higher your score will be at the end of the level. Alright, Ratchet and Clank stream. I might check that out later. Alright. What? Scruffles? You want us to collect them? But we're rangers, not hayseeds. We need you to fight them grok varmints, too. They only come out after sunset. Honestly, I couldn't tell you, Dave. I think in my whole life, I have only watched one Lord of the Rings movie from start to finish, and I've only seen the Hobbit trailers. I might go back to watch them too, just to see what all the uproar is about this Lord of the Rings, whatever it is that Amazon is trying to put out. But yeah, the groks only come out during sunset. Dillon related to Mighty the Armadillo. No, I do not think so. We do not actually know the origins of Dillon or Russ, for that matter. You'll find out about that later in the story. Until then, collect as many Scruffles as you can and hand them over to me. The more Scruffles you collect for us, the more Scrogs we can raise. Okay, that's Boulder Dash. You're here to protect our Scrogs. Sure, trying some grok varmints is dandy, but the Scrogs are our lifeblood. To sweeten the pot, the more Scrogs you save, the more reward money you'll earn. Simmer down, old-timer. I get where you're coming from. You heard him, Dillon. Run up as many Scruffles as you can before dusk. Let's get Ian. End of the line for us and game over for you. Alright. Alright, I'll have to get used to the controls again. I can't remember if this game is purely stylus work or if I can actually use the analog stick. Armadillo. I think I've heard of that before. Oh, we got another person in the chat. Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light. How are you doing today? Alright, slide the stylus forward and then release. Do exactly the same thing. To accelerate. To brake, touch the bottom screen and hold until you come to a halt. Alright, yeah, so even for options like that, you can use the D-pad to switch between yes and no, but you actually have to touch the touch screen to select it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Alright, so we're going to our first mine. Now I remember why I didn't play with this oversized stylus the first time, because I actually need my left hand for the control stick. Okay, mine locations change on a daily basis. If you find one, get digging at once. Alright. Alright. Another good thing is, despite this being like an open levels, you don't have to worry too much about loading times. And there are the Scruffles. Alright. Hard. There we go. It's hard to get back into the groove of this. Okay, Ranger's Guide. Use multiple weak attacks when mining. The more hits you score, the more items you dig on. Oh, and funny thing about armadillo, because we'll actually be getting armor for Dillon later on. Cooperate. Alright, let's see. Alright. That's one way to stop instantly. Alright. Hang on. I remember this being easier to do. Alright. Oh, now I remember. There is a little bit of lore about Dillon. That involves his ancestry, not so much his parents. Alright, and we got Serpentine. A lot of these gems are actual gemstones, if you want to look these up later. It's one of the things I did when I first played this game. It's quite fascinating. Alright. So one thing, when you're in the towers, time does not pass, so you can actually look around the map as needed. So this is one of the towers that you can build, but it's destroyed right now altogether now, so you have to first build a tower, then you can add artillery. So do that. You can choose wood, iron, or steel. It'll determine the durability of the tower, because the Groks can be aggressive and try to attack the tower itself. And so for this, we'll do a wooden tower. Alright, we won't equip any weapons just yet. I really hope that building that tower didn't come to bite me back in the butt later. Alright, let's focus on collecting materials now. Alright, there's the other one. Okay, starting to get the hang of it again. Alright, it's all muscle memory. And this is barrel. Alright. Yeah. Alright, it can be a little dull at first. Once you get into the first fight, it actually really starts to pick up. Alright, what we got here is a Grok den, where the Groks come from. Unfortunately, you can't enter there. But once the sun goes down, that's where all the Groks come from. I think it would have been great if they actually made infiltration jobs in this game. So far, you wait for the Groks to come to you, but if they had continued the series, it would have been nice to actually go inside the Earth to see what happened. Part of the reason I might be rusty with this might also be because I'm basically doing this on a bigger screen. Okay. Alright, that's why it wasn't hitting before. I have to tap. I have to tap for the claw attack, not swipe. So we got regular Scruffles. We also have pink Scruffles. You collect Funko Pops? Alright, and there are even golden Scruffles in this game. And there's the horn. Alright. Alright, winning this one. Alright. So here we can donate Scruffles. We got 65 Scruffles and 5 red Scruffles. Yeah. Yeah, the game does lag in certain places. This game was made just as the 3DS was getting its start. So there might be some places where it could have been improved upon, which is one thing I'm really hoping for if they decide to remake the games as a collection for the Switch. There would certainly be more buttons and options for controlling Dillon that way. Alright. And with that, we got 9 more Scrogs. Okay, I can get restoratives for later. So we can sell the gems we got. I'm not going to sell those because I'm not sure what I can use them for. I can definitely sell the barrel, though. And Serpentine. 141. Alright. Alright. Let's build up the north defense gate. Ah, that's what I need the shards and nuggets and chunks for. To build the defense gates. I don't have enough for that yet. But we should be good for now. Alright, now we just gotta run around building up the necessary towers. Oh, crud. Alright, so we don't have enough for a shotgun, a Gatling gun, or a cannon. So I guess we'll be... I guess we'll just be fighting. Let's see. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see if we can get... Let's see how well we do now. Alright, there we go. Alright, you got to go to the dens to at least have them marked on your map. Otherwise, you won't know where the Groks are coming from. Oh, right. There is one more benefit for actually repairing the towers. By building towers, you can actually increase your field of vision around the area. So even if you don't put artillery onto these towers, if they at least exist, you'll be able to see what's coming. If they don't exist, then you'll have no one on lookout in that area, and they'll just pop up out of nowhere. So we're just gonna build the towers now. Alright, don't have enough for this one right now. Alright, so the towers I have will have to do. Okay. And here we go. The Groks are starting a raid. They'll eat the Scrogs if they get to the village. But if you can defeat some first, then... Alright, so the thing about... So like I said, if the towers don't have artillery, Or if they don't kill them fast enough, we'll have to take care of them ourselves. So the thing is, when you're in the midst of combat, that doesn't mean all the other all the other Groks don't just stop. They keep going. So you actually have to beat these things fast if you want to keep up. And there they are. Alright. The first Grok is the foot Grok. Oh yeah, that feels much better. Alright, first battle. I'm glad I remembered the controls before that. Alright, next one is a weaker Grok. Alright. Alright, at the very least, at the bottom of the screen, bottom of the top screen, it tells you how many Groks are in this wave. Alrighty, now we're pretty far from this next Grok. Alright. But we can actually go through here. To catch up with it easy. Alright. Also gotta make sure what launcher I'm going. Oh. Okay, so 3 popped up. Alright, right there. That is one thing I would watch out for because they actually attack the towers. And if they destroy it, that ruins your visibility in that area. Alright. Oh, there are actually some scruffles I didn't collect. Alrighty, now it's just the final 3 in a line. Another thing is you can actually get money bonuses from doing combos in this in these fights. Yeah, it really is, because you're not just fighting, you're also watching the bottom screen to make sure that all the other enemies aren't getting too close to the village or any of your towers. It's multifaceted combat. It goes beyond tower defense, just tower defense. And that's all of them. And we survived the first day. Alright, we earned 2740. Took 3 minutes, 20 seconds. None defeated, but let's see. Exactly, keeping your wits about you, because it's not just fighting after dark. When the Groks come out, there are unique Groks that come out during the day too. So we saved 19 Scrogs, defeated 8 Groks. None of them were defeated by the gun towers or blocked by the gate. That's another thing we can do. We can reinforce the gate and they won't be able to get in. And I think they do die on impact then. But when a Grok gets into the village, it's not like, oh, it's fine because they'll only take one Scrog. No, they take a number of Scrogs, and depending on how big that Grok is, they might just eat them all in one go. Alright. Better break today. Alrighty. Sal. This is one of my favorite characters. He always has what you need. Alright, so we can't buy any equipment today because he's only packing guns, and Dillon doesn't use guns. Alright. There are also quests you can do in the level to earn more money. Madam Croaky. 7 pebble bubbles, okay. Yeah. You can earn money with these quests, but also if you fail them, you get hit with a penalty. Ranger, because he score 20 grogs with your bear claws. Well, yes, I could do that. Alright. Now let's just eat and rest. Tonight's chow. Alright. With that, now we rest and wait for the next day. Well, shucks. He's not bad at being a ranger for a greenhorn. It's only because he's got a capable partner. Ha! You forgot your time to kill? How about working on the defense gate as well? What's a defense gate? They're big old gates built out of ore from the mines. They stop the grogs from getting into our village. But if they take too much damage, the varmints will destroy them. Thanks to all you did today. Bed's down for the night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, that's day one. And right there is another game. Even though this game is so looks so wonderful, expansive, yes, it has been lagging, but the save time is amazing for its time. Alright. We'll do one more day and then then we may be calling it. Alright, did the stream die? Ah, wait, hang on a sec.